Hell of a thing. So a man seen impersonating an ICE officer, a federal agent, gets instant karma. Let's put it up. This is ironic. Last week, a white male in South Carolina, Michael-Emmrich Johnson, went viral after a video was posted online of him lambasting Hispanic men in a car. So Johnson claimed they did not have a license. You see the picture there? Removed the keys from the vehicle and told the men, quote, "You're going back to Mexico," end quote. Now he faces multiple charges, including impersonating an ICE officer. The disturbing incident happened Wednesday, January 29th, when Sullivan's Island officers were dispatched after receiving a report of a person operating a vehicle without a license. A 911 call related to the incident revealed that a caller, whom authorities identified as Johnson, told dispatchers about a, quote, Mexican who, quote, doesn't have a driver's license, end quote, and asked for police to respond to the 2500 block of Ion Avenue. Quote, "He's driving. He doesn't have a license, a driver's license," Johnson said on the call. "Yeah, he's illegal," end quote. The Sullivan's Island Police Department stated that they did not know about the clip circulating until they after started their investigation. Quote, "It was later brought to the police department's attention of a disturbing video, which has now been released on social media," the department said. This video displayed possible criminal actions by the caller that were not initially reported to the police while on scene. Johnson was thus arrested on Friday, January 31st, and charged with felony kidnapping, impersonating a law enforcement officer, larceny, and third-degree assault and battery. He posted bond for those charges stemming from the incident. Johnson was released before two additional kidnapping charges were brought against him Monday on the 3rd of February after additional warrants were obtained. Local news outlet ABC News 4 reported that he ultimately turned himself in, and that bond has yet to be announced. After a bond hearing on Monday, Johnson received $200,000, a $200,000 surety bond split between the two additional felony kidnapping charges, according to Live 5 News. Sullivan's Island Police Department requested the judge to inhibit him from traveling onto Sullivan's Islands as a part of the bond conditions. I mean, that story just told itself, did it not? Hell of a thing. Just go up to somebody and demand the license. They don't produce it. He calls the police. He acts as if he's a federal authority. He gets felony charges, way more extreme criminally than a traffic violation, an alleged traffic violation, was. You know, this is one of those stories you would expect to only see on SNL. But this is a real life occurrence that happened. What say you?
You know, I always tell people, man, that eventually the internet will make a fool of us all. And this gentleman had to learn that the hard way. Because I'm sure a lot of people have seen like little skits on Instagram or TikTok where somebody like stands in front of like a bar and pretends to be a bouncer. And it's like, ID please. And people not thinking, just about to walk in and just hand their ID to people, right? Like, and that's cool because impersonating a bouncer is not a federal crime. There's a difference when you're impersonating a federal agent, and not only are you on camera doing so, you're doing this to an officer of the law. What a freaking idiot. And everybody thinks, you know, stuff on the internet is always funny. Ha ha, funny. It seems like there's no consequences. In real life, when you do stupid things, there tend to be consequences, okay? For most people anyway. And this young gentleman had to find out the hard way about that.
Yeah, and it is interesting that law enforcement, they were not aware of the video until obviously it went viral, right? He believed he was protected. He believed he was somehow on the side of law enforcement. But this is instant karma, but once again, indicative of the current era and Trump administration. Brought to you by